My name is Anjali Singh, and I'm actually a literary agent. So I don't work in academia, but I work with authors and I help them shape their work and figure out how to position it for basically a mainstream trade audience. I think I'm here to talk about feminist futures, and I'm here to talk about the work that I've done representing a lot of artists and authors and illustrators who work in the comic book space. I guess I see myself as someone who works on the margins of a very kind of mainstream and traditional business, and I'm really invested in pulling in the kinds of stories and the kinds of voices that we haven't traditionally seen. So I work with all kinds of writers and illustrators, but many I think would self-identify as people from marginalized identities. I'm a feminist, and I feel like I am kind of trying to create the world that I want to live in, put work into the world that I want, that I think is going to help change the culture actually going forward and sort of make the world a better place for my two daughters.
I'm Shay Mirk. I'm a comics journalist, which means I make nonfiction comics about real life. So I make comics about my own life and my big feelings around gender and relationships and politics and the world. And I also do reported stories where I interview people about their lives and make sort of reported comics using facts and interviews to tell graphic narrative stories. I'm here at the University of Oregon today to talk about feminist futures, to talk about how comics have the power to create empathy and do really innovative and unique storytelling that can have a big impact on both readers and the cultural narratives that we tell about ourselves and the world. I think comics are a really powerful medium for storytelling because they help people understand themselves and they also help people understand each other. So comics are a great tool for building community and for building empathy between people, which I think is part of the world of like a feminist future that we can envision, is better understanding each other and connecting with each other and better understanding ourselves and interrogating our own values and beliefs and backgrounds. And comics are really good at doing both of that, helping people turn inward and helping people connect outward. I also think that comics can be a really like democratizing force of media because there's something that like you can create with very simple tools. You don't need a lot of money, you don't need someone else's permission. All you need is a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil and you can make whatever you want. I think that's really powerful. I actually brought the sticker that I make. One idea that I really try and keep in mind with my work is we make the future. And I actually make a sticker that says exactly that because that can be kind of a guiding light when I'm thinking about like, what does any of this mean? Like, how does my work matter at all? It can feel really useless and hopeless in the face of all the violence that's happening in the world, and to feel like, is it a waste of time to like be writing our stories and publishing them and making comics? And I try to keep in mind that like we can make the future that we want to have exist. None of the systems in our society are inherent or forever. They're things that people have made and that people can change. And I hope that we can change that through the stories that we're telling in media and the way that we're connecting with each other through art.